Welcome to the Swisskrono plant, a limited liability company in Żary.
The Swisskrono plant is part of the Swisskrono Group Holding, a global leader in the wood-based products industry.
As you will have the opportunity to see, the plant is very modern and meets global standards for environmental protection and occupational safety.
The company's priority is the safety of everyone entering the plant premises. We are convinced that our joint commitment will allow us to perform our duties safely. You will always begin your visit at the reception, where your personal data and the purpose of your visit will be registered.
Previously, a nominal list is presented, agreed upon, and approved by a Swisskrono representative.
The list contains the contractor's employees' data and the period for which the passes will be issued. Only people who have previously familiarized themselves with the contents of the contractor's safety manual may be included on the list.
According to the rules set out in the contractor's safety manual, you are required to wear work clothing with warning colors. Work footwear and protective equipment must always be appropriate for the type of work being performed.
Work clothing should be clearly marked with your company's name.
If the clothing does not have warning colors, a warning vest is required.
The entry of passenger cars and other contractor vehicles onto the Swisskrono premises must be arranged in advance and also registered in the Swisskrono internal system.
It is forbidden to enter the premises under the influence of alcohol or intoxicating substances. It is not allowed to bring in or consume alcohol or similarly acting substances.
Security may check the sobriety of people entering the premises.
Please be advised that photography and filming activities are strictly prohibited on these premises.
Smoking is also prohibited except in designated areas. With your passes and in appropriate attire, please proceed towards the main gatehouse or terminal.
While moving around, you must remain visible and safe.
There are a lot of specialized vehicles moving around the facility. There are many machines in operation as well as numerous buildings, structures and other elements that make it difficult to move around freely. All of this can pose a danger if the rules are not followed. Traffic
of vehicles and pedestrians on the internal roads at Swisskrono takes place in accordance with the posted vertical and horizontal signage.
The maximum speed for vehicles on internal roads within the Swisskrono premises is up to 20 km per hour, and within the plant's rooms, production halls, warehouses and other enclosed facilities up to 10 km per hour. The plant has implemented a speed control system, speed cameras and boards displaying the speed of a given vehicle, which also serve as a reference for drivers whose vehicles do not have speedometers.
Attention! Driving speed must always be adjusted to the prevailing road conditions.
When walking, you must use only the designated walkways, always exercising particular caution. Before crossing the roadway, you must absolutely make sure that doing so will not endanger traffic safety or impede vehicle movement. Remember that within the plant, vehicles always have the right of way. Pedestrians are required to cross to the opposite edge of the roadway by the shortest route, directly perpendicular to its axis unless otherwise indicated.
If there is no designated pedestrian route, when moving along internal roads within the plant, you are required to walk on the left side of the road.
Within the plant, you will be moving across different floors. Please remember to always hold the handrail when moving on the stairs. Noise looking around in an unfamiliar environment and metal stairs, holding the handrail is essential. This will help you avoid possible slips and falls. Please also remember to follow the informational signs located throughout the facility. Zone A, the raw material yard and the areas of the plant's drying and boiler rooms. Here there is an increased risk due to the movement of specialized equipment such as loaders and cranes, tractors with trailers and trucks. In this zone, pedestrians and cyclists are prohibited from entering. This does not apply to individuals whose presence is justified by the need to perform their job duties in this zone. Zone B, finished goods loading bays. Movement in this zone is permitted only if your presence is justified by the need to perform your job duties in this area. Zone C, the area between the OSB packing station and the MWS packing station, as well as the exit towards warehouse number 9. A hazardous area due to increased forklift traffic. Movement in this zone is permitted only if your presence is justified by the need to perform work duties in this area. Zone D, finished goods warehouse halls. In these areas, pedestrian and bicycle traffic is strictly prohibited. This does not apply to individuals whose presence is justified by the need to perform work duties in this zone.
Please remember that it is forbidden to walk under loads being transported by cranes and hoists.
We also do not enter the area of operating machines. Do not touch moving equipment, rotating parts, control cabinets, or control panels. Do not touch electrical devices without authorization. Do not enter the area of conveyor belts or the zones where products and raw materials are stored. Some zones are secured with motion sensors, and entering them will result in the production line stopping. You will be held responsible for any damage caused to Swisskrono or other users in connection with moving around and leaving your vehicle on internal roads and parking spaces. Please also remember to ensure that the technical condition of cars, specialized vehicles, machines, or tools you bring onto the premises complies with legal regulations. In the event of a vehicle breakdown that poses a threat to the environment, for example, oil, hydraulic fluid, fuel, or brake fluid leaks, you are required to remove them. It is forbidden to carry out repairs, washing, or cleaning of vehicles on the Swisskrono premises.
Attention! In the event of an undesirable incident occurring on the Swisskrono premises that would result in any liability on the part of the user is required, before leaving the facility, to immediately inform a Swisskrono representative of the incident and to submit an appropriate written statement regarding the matter.
You cannot begin a task without making the necessary arrangements and obtaining approval for its execution from Swisskrono. It is also your responsibility to have the necessary qualifications, authorizations, medical examinations, or permits required to perform the given task.
All hazards identified on the Swisskrono premises can be found in the Contractors Safety Manual, along with preventive measures.
When carrying out a task, you must plan and organize it properly. You need to assess the risks and apply safety principles. This can affect your life and health.
To carry out a task on the Swisskrono premises, appropriate personal protective equipment must be selected. The execution must take into account the behavior of other people working in the area where the task is being performed.
The Health and Safety and Environmental Protection Department, the Fire Protection Department, the Health and Safety Coordinator, the Area Manager, a Swisskrono representative, and other Swisskrono employees may verify whether the contractor is complying with safety rules.
The workplace must be kept tidy.
It is forbidden to use Swisskrono equipment without prior agreement. The contractor is responsible for the equipment and tools they use and is obliged to cover the costs of any damages caused by their fault.
you may not begin the task without the appropriate documents. The basis for starting a task on the Swisskrono premises is receiving a contractor's task card. It will specify what task you will be carrying out, in which area, during what period, and who is supervising the task on your side, as well as on the Swisskrono side.
You are also required to have the necessary qualifications, authorizations, medical examinations, or permits to perform the given task. If work on the task is interrupted by an authorized Swisskrono employee, it may only be resumed upon renewed authorization from a Swisskrono representative.
After the work is completed, the area must be cleaned up. Any waste must be removed. The contractor reports the completion of the work. The person supervising on behalf of Swisskrono checks the completion of the given task.
Swisskrono cares about the natural environment. It sets requirements in this regard not only for its employees, but also for everyone else entering the premises.
Therefore, cleanliness and order must be maintained at the worksite as well as when moving around the Swisskrono premises. If waste is generated as a result of the work performed, the contractor becomes its owner. They are obliged to remove it unless another method of waste management is agreed upon. The possibility of managing waste on the Swisskrono premises must be agreed with a Health and Safety Department employee. Waste segregation is mandatory on the Swisskrono premises. Waste must be disposed of in the appropriate containers according to their labels.
In the event of an accidental release of substances, spills, or leaks of chemicals, including oils and fuels, you are required to immediately report such an incident to the Swisskrono Health and Safety Coordinator or another person supervising the tasks. All available means must be used to prevent the substance from entering the sewage drains.
At Swisskrono, in every area where work is being carried out, there are resources available for dealing with spills. It is important to remember that any irregularities regarding health and safety, as well as any potentially accident-related incidents, must be immediately reported to the person responsible for the area.
Phone numbers, a site map, and important safety information can be found in the Contractors' Safety Manual.
In the event of a fire, everyone is required to take action to extinguish it and to immediately alert, using all available means, the people present in the danger zone.
The HSE coordinator, the relevant area manager, or employees from the Fire Protection Department, PEPOS. If possible, you should immediately begin extinguishing the fire using local firefighting equipment. Portable firefighting equipment is widely available. The locations of fire protection equipment are clearly marked.
To prevent fires, please remember that the use of open flames is prohibited on company premises.
Storing flammable materials in general communication routes that are commonly used for evacuation. Locking emergency exit doors in a way that completely prevents their immediate and safe use. Blocking or severely restricting access to essential fire protection equipment, explosion relief devices, emergency exits, electrical switches, and distribution boards. Using kettles, various types of cookers, and portable electric heaters, and smoking outside of designated and specifically assigned areas. But what if something does happen? If any danger arises during your stay on the Swisskrono premises. After hearing information about an alarm, you should proceed to the assembly points at the main gatehouse or the terminal gatehouse. Evacuation routes are marked with green fluorescent signs. In case of danger, you must immediately stop working, turn off all electrical devices you are operating, take your personal belongings with you, proceed to the nearest emergency exit, walk quickly but do not overtake others, do not cause confusion, and remain calm and quiet. You must not stop or move in the opposite direction of the evacuation.
This is a last resort, which will certainly never happen. But if any of you notice anything concerning, something that could potentially pose a threat to people on the Swisskrono premises in the future, it is absolutely necessary to report it. Your report may help us avoid similar situations in the future.
Please remember that you are obliged to treat all information obtained while carrying out tasks on the Swisskrono premises as company secrets.
Such information must not be disclosed without obtaining written consent from the Swisskrono management.
Without the consent of the Swisskrono management, it is also forbidden to take photos or make recordings.
Every person who has had an accident on the Swisskrono premises must be given first aid.
Before starting work, you should find out where the nearest first aid kit is located. The use of the Swisskrono first aid kit is unlimited. The fact of using its contents must be reported to the person responsible for the given first aid kit or to the Health and Safety Department at Swisskrono. Next to every Swisskrono first aid kit, there is a list of people trained in providing first aid. To obtain medical assistance or call an ambulance, you must report this to a Swisskrono employee.
And that's basically everything you should know about health and safety rules at Swisskrono. Know them and strictly follow them for your own safety and the safety of others.
Failure to comply with them may result in consequences in accordance with the provisions in the Contractors' Safety Book and the Driver's Safety Book. Finally, all that's left for us to do is to wish you safe work.